Hi guys, UMyuuki here, and today I'll be doing my final rush deck profile. So this is the deck that Danji used during the new series. Yeah, 22 win streak. I wouldn't say it's definitely a 22 win streak deck, but yeah, it's definitely a fun deck lah. Yeah, it's quite aggressive, quite bad also at the same time. Yeah, there's a lot of pros and cons of this deck lah, but definitely you have to wait for more support. Yeah. So Forerunner second, when you go second, right, draw a card. That's quite simple. Grade 1 skill, when you place on top of it, you can call the Forerunner out and then so charge 1. I never play him, so there's no need for a second skill. And then the grade 2, when you place on the Vanguard circle, you choose a card from your rear guard and put it to the soul and then draw a card. Last but not least, Bruce. So Bruce, our main card of the deck. Also one of the cards that I actually curse a lot at because of the fact that you have to be on him for one turn and then next turn they can get final rush. I love this card, I also hate this card a lot. Yeah. So it's only the beginning of your turn and then he get final rush. And then second ability is when he attacks, if you have final rush, so plus 5, choose your front row rear guards and stand them. Yeah. That's it. You don't get plus power or anything. It's both good and bad at the same time, so you kind of have to depend on persona, right, to actually have power at your front rows or other means. Yeah, that's Bruce lah. I'll just brute force it out lah. Yeah. Anyway, we're playing 4 huge triggers and 8 crits. So 8 crit because we kind of want to just finish them fast. I'm not gonna die. Yeah. And then we have our over trigger, where you drive check it, additional effect. For the rest of this game, right, during your turn, this card, your Vanguard plus 10k 1 crit. So it's a permanent thing lah. That's kind of like the only savior of this deck, assuming you actually drive check it. Yeah. So over trigger, and then we play 3 draws. Draws for the fact that we actually have to draw our pieces. There's a lot of cards in this deck that's very important, which you gotta see the moment you call it out, your opponent is gonna change target and start attacking your rears instead of you instead. I don't know why lah, it's just like a kind of thing lah. You have to be on your Vanguard for at least one turn to get final rush, and then you gotta see everybody stop attacking your Vanguard, so just whack your rears instead. Yeah, this deck is kind of tricky lah, but it's definitely a lot of fun also lah. And then basically next we have the PG. So PG, if you have one or less card, you don't discard any card from your hand. Yep, standard. Next we have this grade 1 from the trial deck. This is good for soul charging. Yeah, so that's really it. That's all it's good for. It's just there for soul charging. You can even soul charge early game. It's only when it boosts or when it attacks. If your Vanguard is bruised, soul charge 1. If it's in your final rush, soul charge an additional 1. Also soul charge 2 cards. Mixed feelings also, it's definitely there to help us reach our 5 so earlier. You'll definitely be able to do the first final rush or so plus 5, you're definitely able to hit that. This is to help you refuel the thing again, so if you somehow survive this turn, you will definitely have enough soul for the next turn, assuming you survive it first lah. Yeah, but regardless of me saying all this, right, the fact that this card helps you soul charge is also good because of the fact we're playing 3 copies of this grade 1. So what this grade 1 does is whenever it boosts, if you are in your final rush, like I said, you have to be your final rush. You can counter blast 1, choose one of your other rears, put it into the soul, choose a card from your soul, add it back to your hand. So if you soul charge your over trigger, you can retrieve it back. If you soul charge any triggers and you need the defensive, you can take it back. If you soul charge your important grade 2s or 3s, you can take it back. And then most importantly, one of the cool things you can do is if you persona right, you can definitely retrieve your persona, your grade 3 Diablo Blues back into your hand again, and then you can go for persona right again. Yep, but the downside, like I said, is you have to be in final rush. So 3 copies of him. Yep, cause early game you can't really do anything with him. If you call it out on the field, your opponent definitely gonna find ways to try to retire it, imprison it, anything. Yeah. Next we have the grade 1. So this grade 1 is nice. Yeah, I would say it's not bad lah. I kind of like him. Definitely helped me a lot of times before. So on place you soul charge 1, act ability once per turn, you can soul plus 3 to draw a card. So in terms of early game, if you like, you can call him out to try to rush your opponent. And then cause you won't be able to soul blast 5. You won't be able to soul blast 5 to straight away stand your rear. So if you like, you can actually just soul blast 3 to actually draw cards. The additional hand card can actually help you. You have a lot of other cards that can help you soul charge, so you don't have to worry about like needing to have 5 soul. I've tried this deck a lot of times. I never once ever worried about not having 5 soul to withstand my rear guards. More concerning part is about your rear guards, whether you have enough power to actually attack your opponent. Yeah, that's about it lah. Those are your main concerns actually. Next is grade 2. This card is like it's a very good card. But it's also a card, the moment you throw it out, your opponent just definitely gonna attack it. You're gonna have like your Vanguard with 30 plus K power, you're gonna see somehow like this guy instead of you instead. So this guy continues ability when he's in final rush, right? Plus 5k. And if it's standby effect, standby final rush or any effect, I think, he can plus 1 crit. So second effect is the one that I really like the most. It's the fact that you don't have to do final rush. Whenever it attacks hits, you can counter blast 1, choose one of your opponent, rear guard and retire it. Yeah. So say if your opponent you can early game rush, you can just call it out. You can attack hits, you can retire. But yeah, like I say, if you call it out, you definitely go get whacked. Yeah, that's a great 2. Next, obviously we're playing 3 copy of Bruce. Bruce is there for personal right, giving your front row plus 10k so that you withstand them. They will still definitely be able to attack. So 3 copy of Bruce. Next we have the Gear Colossal. So Gear Colossal is one of my favorite cards, but you have to be in final rush too. So on place, right, you can soul charge 1, and then if you're in final rush, right, you can counter blast 1 this card plus if you're in final rush, counter blast 1 plus 15k. So it's a 28k attacker. 28k attacker attacking your opponent grade 3 15 guard. 13k base, right? They have to guard with 20. Yeah. So this is one of the cards that I like to call out for like my very final turn. Call it out is 20k attack. 20k attack again, Vanguard attacks, Vanguard so plus 5 withstand it, another 28 attack. So that's kind of like a very, like one of my favorite finishing moves lah. Yeah, so 4 copy of him. Next up will be the new grade 3 that I added in the booster. So this card is very good. It's once per turn. As a regular, if you are in final rush, when this card attack, you choose another rear, put into your soul, draw a card, so charge 1, this card plus 10k. Yeah. So it's a 23k attacker. You're able to basically build up 2 soul and draw a card from it. So this is one of the mid game. I like to use her. And then it's okay lah. Mid game is just there to help try to push for damage. Once your opponent is at 5 damage, this card will definitely. I will usually save this card in my hand until like 5th damage or 4th damage. I'm sure that I can end my opponent. Call it out, and then 28k attacker, 28k attacker, Vanguard attacks, and the rears. Yep. So this card is good. Help soul charge 2, help build your hand size, and yeah. 23k attacker, one of your so-called higher bit sticker. Yeah. Cause your other rear guards don't really plus power. Your grade 2 is only 15k attacker, 5k can guard. Stand again, 5k can guard. That's it lah. Yeah. Well, you can look at Zoo deck. Zoo deck can have 5k guard, 5k guard, 5k guard, 5k guard, 5k guard. Yeah. Yeah, but this deck definitely have its fun moments also. I enjoy it also. It just depends on your opponent lah. You have there's times that you actually have to just call it out and then try to really rush it. Times where you actually have to play very defensive and try to keep it in your hand. You have to know the right moments to call it out and then just attack. Yeah. So that's it for my Diablo Blues deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do, like, comment, subscribe.